Look at the back of my decisions now. I'll say on your holidays control. The words I want to hear, so I won't go. Even now I lose my youth. When I was young, I thought I'd hit the top. I thought the more I gained, the more I got. And I believe that I can right some wrongs. With the power in my head and my songs. So, look at the back of my decisions now. I'll say on your holidays control. The words I want to hear, so I won't go. Even now I lose my youth. Decisions that we make, that's good, it's not revenge not to take. The hand feeds us not to tower break. Talking from the guidelines that you make. So, look at the back of my decisions now. I'll say on your holidays control. The words I want to hear, so I won't go. Even now I lose my youth.
What's up? What's up? It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles live, sponsored by Fryette Amplification and New York Hardcore Comics. What's up? What's up, everybody? See some new faces out there. I see Joanna out there. Whoa, what's up? Wow. What's happening, Joanna? Welcome to the party. I guess it took the Craze for you to finally come to the show and come to the party. I see a whole bunch of other people. Yo, I see Poland's in the house. And yo, all that, man. Good. I see Rich Zoller out there. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support. The show's been a success, and people are stoked, and I'm stoked. I'm stoked. You're stoked. We're stoked. It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles live. What's up? We got the Craze today. We got Crippled Urn today. We got our usual segments. So listen, I hope everybody's okay. Hope everybody's okay out there during the zombie apocalypse. These are trying times, and I just hope that I could bring some relief. Hi, Tanya. How are you? What's up, Frankie Too Far, brother? What's happening? Hi, Andrea. Hope you're well. Steve. Yo. And yeah. So listen, it's a Sunday. A7 Sunday matinee show. It's shout out Sunday. So we're shouting all kinds of people out. So everybody get their shout outs ready. It's just that kind of a party, Got a couple great shows coming up this week. Wednesday. Actually, you know what? I slept on you. I didn't set this stuff up. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me get all this together. Don't panic. Stay with me. Okay. This Wednesday is the international show. Get your shoes and socks on, kids. It's right around the corner. Oh, I got a crazy I got a crazy backdrop thing going. Let me get rid of that crazy background thing of all the A7 kids. It's the international show coming up on Wednesday. Let me get rid of all these fucking banners and all this shit. Hold on. Yeah. So this Wednesday is the international show with Laurent Bizet from France, Ori Frank from Israel, Chris from Rikers in Germany, and Steen from Denmark. So we're kind of excited about that. And then on Friday is Joe James and Mitz. So kind of stoked on that as well. Joe James and Mitz on Friday. And then a week from today is Ditto Montiel. It's an A7 Sunday matinee show. A week from today with Ditto Montiel. So there you go. Clank your chains and count your change. Ditto Montiel, old school A7 thumper. He's a film director out in Hollywood now. He wrote a guide to recognizing your saints. which was a great memoir of his life growing up in Astoria, Queens. And then they made it a film. You know, they made it a fucking film with Robert Downey Jr. playing him, Chaz Palminteri playing his father, Diane Weiss playing his mother. I mean, you know, come on. What do we got here? Okay, Rich Zoller, first shout out, wants to shout out the Worldwide Hardcore Firing Squad. There you go. How about that? What's up, Danielle LePage? Hope Vinny's behaving out there in Long Island. What's up from Long Island? All right, listen. It's going to be one of those shows. We're going to have a good time. Thanks for coming by. You know, what the fuck else are you doing, really? Memorial Day weekend. I'm still down here in Florida. I'm coming back June 15th, and it's going to be on when I come back. Fuck. I miss New York. I miss New York. Anyway, let's keep it cracking. You've heard enough of my bullshit already. Let's bring on Steven Messina. What's up, buddy?
What's up? What's going on?
I always like when you're home, you know?
Me too. God,
you know?
so good.
It's like we could actually, yeah. So picture of the day, right?
Let's do it. And then I'm going to give you some shout outs.
Picture of the day. Let's see what we got here. What did you send me? Picture of the day, picture of the day. Here we go. Anybody out there, please put in your bid on what this may be. It's a group effort. So here you go. Picture of the day.
Oh.
Boom. All right, let's see. Let's hear your comments on this. Picture of the day. Any ideas out there? Let's hear it. Well, I could say looking at this, it definitely looks like CBGB's, right?
Oh, yeah.
John Bello, Underdog.
Oh, no.
No, it's not Underdog. Yes, I guess CBGB's. Yes, we've determined that is, yes, definitely CBGB's. We got that. Russell. Yo, everybody thinks it's Russell. That is not Russell from Underdog, right?
No, sir.
Anybody else? What do you got? No fucking clue. Wow. All right.
At least he's honest.
All right. Listen, I think I know. Here's a clue. Here, I think I know who this is. I'm pretty sure I know who this is. So here's a clue. This band, this singer recently played one of the A7 Back to the New York Hardcore Roots shows. He now sings for a band called Fuck It, I Quit.
That's right.
So that is this singer, correct?
You are correct.
Yeah, I know who it is. That's Timmy. That's Timmy. So let's see. Robert Hogg is stumped. What's that?
Let's give a hint.
A hint.
I'm going to give you a hint. The year for this photo
is
2005.
Right.
The headlining band that went on after them was Leeway.
Hey, George Costalis. Listen, George. Hey, what's up? Watching from Athens, Greece.
Nice.
Yeah, with a name like George Costalis, you're definitely Greek, and welcome to the show, bro. You're more than welcome here. Okay, so here we go. Definitely not Russell. Tim Shaw, yes. Frankie Too Far, you're right. Tim Shaw and Joanna said Ensign. Is this Ensign?
Joanna wins.
You win, dear. It is Ensign. And give us a little, tell us about.
Our friends here, looks like we lost Drew, but this was 2005. This was Ensign and Leeway at CBGB's. And this was just, this was the year before, I think it closed in 06. But 2005, Ensign and Leeway, great show, great double bill. I forget if it was anyone else on the bill, but this was hey, he's back.
Yeah, I'm always here, man.
Oh, okay. I thought I lost you there for a second. I was trying to keep things rolling.
No.
But that's right. In fact, what's annoying is Fuck It, I Quit was supposed to play the 1-year anniversary show.
Yeah.
And it's hanging on my wall. I actually framed one of the flyers.
Let me find that. Let me find the 1-year anniversary show that never was, right?
We will make that happen.
Here it is, right? Yeah, here it is. This was the 1-year anniversary show at A7 that did not happen. This one, right?
Oh, yeah.
Man, that would fuck. Drunken Rampage. There you go, boys. Drunken Rampage, Deblo Hammer, Locked Inside, Fuck It, I Quit, Bowhead, Loaf Ass, and the Serial Poets, which is the band that you front.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Any shout outs for today?
It leads us. We'll start with the shout outs. We'll start with Serial Poets. Rob Granger, who is my guitar player and a regular viewer of the show. And then I'm going to say Mike Klug and the Diamond Dogs, Steve Gallo, Kings Never Die, Faction Zero, my friend Jimmy over at Brooklyn Blast Furnace, by the way. Thank you for the shirt. And let's see. Rich beat me to the New York Hardcore, to the Worldwide Hardcore Firing Squad, which is Rich Zoller, Tim Daly. Let's go out for Daniel Dombrowski. All the hardcore photographers that are risking our lives with bodies flying over our heads and, trying not to get blood and sweat on the lenses all the time. And you know what? And a special shout out, of course, to Daryl, the hardcore cat, who's here somewhere. I keep hoping he's going to show up. But anyway, this is going to be a crazy show. We got a lot of bodies here. So I'll jump off and I'm going to jump back on at the end.
Thank you, buddy.
But,
and I love it when you're home.
Oh God, me too.
All right.
because we don't have to worry about signals and trains hitting me and all kinds of stuff like that. But looking forward to today because these are two really, really solid bands.
Absolutely.
So I will be watching from the outside. I'll pop back on at the end. Great seeing everybody. And that guy from Athens, by the way, I was in Athens at the beginning of the year. Phenomenal place and phenomenal place for music. All
right, we'll talk to you in a bit. Stephen Messina, Hardcore Shutterbug. Yo, shouting out Ori from Eternal Struggle, who's in Tel Aviv. That's my boy. I miss you guys. I miss all my friends in Israel. Damn, I'll see you guys soon. The singer in Eternal Struggle is going to be on the international show on Wednesday. But yo, Ori, I miss you guys, bro. What can I say, man? What can I say? Hey, Drew, off topic, but I think it's amazing the way you have all those photos organized. Listen, bro, I wake up very early in the morning and I sit for hours building these shows. I'm here for hours before the shows, going through everything, organizing everything, getting everything together. And the reason I could do that is because people support me on my Patreon, and that's how it works. So let me fly my Patreon page here. It's scrolling underneath there. The reason that this works is because you people support me on Patreon, and that enables me to dedicate myself to doing the show. So please go check out my Patreon page. I'm releasing all kinds of never before seen footage and photos on there. There's a couple of different tiers of stuff. And I'll fucking tell you this. When I get my fucking ass back to New York in 3 weeks from tomorrow, and when I get back into the command center in Manhattan, I'm going to be releasing tons of stuff that's never before seen, excerpts from the New York Hardcore Chronicles film, from XXX All Ages XXX, the Boston Hardcore film, from Who the Fuck Is That Guy, the Michael Lago film. I'm going to be putting shit up that's never before seen on only for my patrons that'll make your head fucking spin like Linda Blair in The Exorcist, So let's keep it moving. That's my Patreon page. Please support this show. And I appreciate everybody that has so far. Let's bring on Rat Bones. Let's do Collectible of the Day. Ladies and gentlemen, your friend of mine, Rat fucking Bones.
What up?
Hey, what do you got, Tootles?
We're taking a different route today, all right?
But you know what? I'm going to give you got the full screen, baby. Go.
We're in quarantine. I'm always showing what I got. Today we're going to go over what we do in quarantine. So I'm going to go first with what I'm listening to quarantine, and not to step on anybody's toes. I'm going to go with them quick. We're definitely listening to this.
Ooh. Good one.
I'm definitely listening to this.
Whoa. Yo, I see what's behind that, bro. I see it.
Definitely listening to this.
Now, okay, bro. Now you're talking my language.
This one might surprise some of you out there, but I'm definitely listening to this.
What's that? I can't see with the glare because of the plastic.
Modern Jazz Quartet.
Modern Jazz Quartet. Okay, bro. We're not mad at you, dude.
So, all right. That's what we're listening to. This is what we're watching with the kid, trying to turn the kid onto the old stuff. We're watching Underdog. We're watching Gumby, which Luke loves Gumby. Like, who don't love that?
Bro, everybody loves Gumby.
We're watching the classics.
The classics.
And then, of course, we're watching the classics, right?
Listen, you know, when you got a kid, that is required. When you have a son, that is required fucking watching.
I'm trying to find a way, right?
Bro, the first 5 Planet of the Apes movies is like, it's like the Bible, dude.
Right. And I know we got a long show today, guys. So I'm going to keep it going. This is some of the stuff I'm reading. I do a lot of reading, a lot of downtime. So I'm reading. Is the glare too much?
What is that? Backwards down the path. Oh, boy. Cool.
So that's something I'm definitely into. I'm reading this. That's a 3-parter. I'm reading this book. But I love this author. I've been reading him all my life. I love this. And to keep it, you know, I'm reading this.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, bro.
Now, look, I'm going to bridge into my I'm going to bridge in. Thanks for letting me have the time today, guys. I love everyone out there. Miss everyone. Hates it, you know.
Got some new people watching the show today.
I also have, this used to be a magazine that was out in South Jersey, Red Bank area, about folklore and spooky places in America to go.
Oh, I know what that is, yeah. Weird New Jersey, yeah.
I got the books.
Yeah.
And I don't have the good cover for the other one, but they also put out the Weird New York.
Yeah, they had some success with that. That's cool. Hey, yo, you're getting some love, a little bit of love there for the Judas Priest cover in the back. What's up with that?
I always try to put up a nice record in the back for you guys.
Yeah.
It's original press, flea market find. Probably paid like $2 for it. So now that I had the New Jersey weird thing happening, I'm going to press on to my last part of my segment. And I'm going to Brett my boy with my shout out to my boy Anthony Gutter, who does Too Many Blunts production in Jersey. And he got some killer merch he puts out. Everybody knows Anthony Gutter, man. Go to Christ. Go to Christ.
Go to Christ, of course.
Nice shirts he puts out real quick.
Yeah, that's
you know, does this, you know, I love his style because he just takes the same nostalgia and like makes it, you know, tangible. You can touch it and wear it. And he also, I don't know if he put these out, but this is a sick ass District 9 too.
Yeah, that's nice. Right on.
All right. And before you get rid of me, don't forget I got 2 new shirts out, everybody. I got the new green for summer, and then this is my favorite one, the Do the Rat Bones shirt. That's my new joint.
Do the Rat Bones.
And you know, I got canvases going over here. I got, you know, I'm doing stuff too. Get a blow up on that.
Jesus Christ, is there anything in the house you haven't shown us today?
Come on, guys, get down. Get down with the plan. No, the quarantine has actually been good, you know? We got a lot done.
All right, brother.
So I appreciate all you guys out there. Can't wait to get back hanging with everybody, you know? Around the world, hardcore, New York hardcore, baby.
We'll see you soon. Well, there you have it. Listen, if you're in a rush, you might not want to be watching the show today because we're not really in a big rush here. You know, things are moving kind of slow, but that's okay. That's okay. It's a Sunday shout out show. Let me see what else. Okay, just gonna keep it going. Let's bring on Syndicate. Let's do album of the. Hold on. Let's get the Rap Bones banner off. Let's get the Syndicate banner on. All right, you ready? Are you guys ready? Album of the week. What's up, Sid?
Yo, Drew, what is up?
No, Jesus. All right.
Too much coffee, Drew. Too much coffee. That's what's happening right now.
Too much coffee. All right, here we go. This is album of the week. So album of the week. Now, for those that may not know, Sid the Kid is going to be with us on weekends only now. He's working his job during the week. So it's now album of the week, right, Sid?
Yep, and I have to step it up. Just like with every show, I got to do it every week. I got to make sure that everybody knows about this record and this one specifically. And for a lot of you, come on, guys, punk rock, hardcore, you should know what the fuck this record is, for God's sake. But if you don't, this is GBH's City Baby Attacked by Rats, which was released, I believe, in April 15th, 1982. So this is a 38-year-old gem that some do and some do not know. And just from the intro for Time Bomb, with just tick, 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 it just basically, like most iconic punk rock and hardcore records, it just sets the tone entirely. Between Jock's guitar, just his grindy guitar, and the way the drummer's name, I'm sorry, dude, I'm so sorry. The drummer just has like that humongous hard, like just hitting beat with Ross's bass, and it just melds like from beginning to end. And I love this record from front to back. It's not too much to be said unless you haven't heard it. Give it a go. It only took me a few years. Luckily, my cousin turned me onto this record when I was very young. And my first time even seeing them, they started going a little metal at that time, if I'm not mistaken.
Everybody did.
Chromax actually opened up for GBH at the Ritz back in '86, and that was the very first time I saw them. And I was, even though they sounded a bit metal, I was still floored by them just to see that band. I got to listen to the record and get to see them on stage, like for the first time. It was a fucking whole different experience, you know, in a sense, right there.
All right, good. Listen, you know what? This reminded me of. For some reason, what came up for me was that my old friend Joey Montanaro from Howard Beach, who was in Agnostic Front. After he was in Agnostic Front, he joined GBH for a while, and he did a couple tours with them, and he passed away a while back. He was very young, sadly, but Joey Montanaro ended up in GBH.
Me, Vinny, Roger, Jimmy, Cousin Joe, we all got like different versions of that tattoo. Joe was an amazing fucking guy. Like, I was lucky enough to know him quite a bit over the years and hung out with him. He was such a nice fucking guy. Like, and I miss him dearly. Like, he was
he was a lunatic, but we miss him for sure.
You know, all right,
he was a great drummer too. I love his drumming. He really went for it as a drummer. You know, he really.
Just like a hint to see how insane he was up behind the kid, and you can find this on the internet. My very first show watching them was Joe in AF. It was December '85 at CB. So you can find this on the internet. He is just going insane. Like, you don't see him doing this. He is just like, he looks like Animal, like in real life from the Muppets, like on drums. Like, and he does not let up during that entire set. Like, it's
all right. Thank you.
All right. Oh, guys, really quick.
Shout outs. Do your shout outs, bro.
Definitely. I want to give my guys in United Blood a shout out. Brian, Todd, Adam, and Chris. Hope you guys are all doing safe. And my homegirl out in Derby, England, Sarah. I will be talking to you later. And really, really quickly, guys, I know you see the banner down there. If we end by 5-ish or so, but like I said, we're just going to go with it. I'm finally on MixLR. The information is down there. Feel free to check me out on MixLR. And I'm chomping at the bit to play, and no copyright issues, none of that bullshit. So as you see, I'm ready to fucking go at 5 o'clock, but definitely guys stick around because this show is going to be a fucking banger from beginning to end.
All right. Your time's up, brother.
Exactly. Thank you very much. And thank you guys. Enjoy the show.
We'll talk to you soon. Listen, you know, it's the struggle is real, man. I got so many people coming through the show. Got to shout out Davey Gunner watching the show. Davey Gunner, End of Hope, formerly of Kraut. What's up, Davey? I hope you're well. I love that. Sid the Kid and his homegirls. Sid the Kid and his squad. So yeah, it's the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, sponsored by Fryette, Amplification, and New York Hardcore Comics. New York Hardcore Comics opened back in 2013 when lifelong friends D-Border Pro and Lee Fairley combined their collections and obsessions for comic books, punk rock, toys, statues, magic, the gathering, and all things horror. The store is located at 117 Main Street in Dobbs Ferry, New York. If you want to support them during this pandemic, please contact them via email or any social media channel for an exclusive store package. $20 gets you one of each, an exclusive shop t-shirt and sticker, Marvel Comics Venom 1, exclusive cover to New York Hardcore Comics. When I come back to New York in a couple weeks, I'll be going. We might even do the show, one episode of the show from up there. Also, keeping it moving here, I want to say that for those people that kind of struggle with my Patreon thing, there is a PayPal. There is a PayPal address that exists for those that might be baffled by the complexity of Patreon and might want to just make, hey, Drew Stone, I dig what you're doing. I want to throw my hat in the ring, one time only type of thing. Although you can do that on Patreon, but it's a little complicated. There's a PayPal address there. Please support the show. Please support what I'm doing so we can just keep doing this. The show's a bit of a hit, and I don't think it's going anywhere for a while thanks to your support. So that said, let me entertain you. Also, I'm in the middle of a big Florida rainstorm here. So if I get zapped off the show, whoever's on the show at the time, you need to carry the show. Okay, I'm warning everybody of this because I'm dealing with Florida weather here. Yes, Mark, you PayPal. I am baffled daily, and thank you. So, Johnny Cray rules. Hey, so here we go. Let's bring on. Actually, you know what? We're gonna bring on the Crippled Urn guys first, and then we're gonna get to the Craze. So here we go. Let's bring on Will and Tyler. Tyler, Will, what's happening, fellas?
Yo, what's happening, Drew?
Hey,
what's going on? How are you?
Living the dream.
Thanks for coming on, you guys.
Absolutely.
Drew, what part of Florida are you at?
I'm in Delray Beach right now.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know, being that I'm pretty much in Stalag 13 here, in an over 55 place with my dad. So, but it's okay. This is where I should be. So tell me, what's up with the band? What happened once the zombie apocalypse hit, Tyler?
We were actually I'm not even bullshitting you. We were like rocking the fuck out. We got back on the horse. We had a little bit of a down period. We started writing our record. We started recording new material. We're like, all right, we're going to get in the studio, do a full length. We were going to Eric at Creep Records. We had studio time booked, ready to rock. And then, we figured gave ourselves a day. We're like, all right, we just got to write every weekend until this. We got about 2 songs deep, and then the world shut down. So
yeah.
So now we're live.
We made some lineup changes.
And fucking, we're trying to write that way. So at least when we could all get back in the same room, we can fucking have something to go with. Maybe speed up the process a bit to make up for fucking God knows how many months we're gonna lose. Yeah,
it's tough. Will, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, we made some lineup changes. Phil, that played bass, moved on to drums, and our homie Leo, who used to jam with us, he's on bass now, but he's quarantined in Connecticut. And actually, we've been practicing before the pandemic. We've been practicing at Richie at Sub-Zero Studio in Brewster. So when it opens up, when it opens up, check out Barking Dog Studios in Brewster. Yeah. Richie has a great studio, great room, and it's super great because we live all over the place. So it's like we can meet there, and it's like only everyone's not going so far. Yeah. So who left the band? The drummer? Yeah. We just you know, he had stuff going on, and we just moved on to.
How can anybody leave your fucking band? Your band fucking crushes. Like,
how can
anybody be like, oh, I don't want to? Your fucking band, dude. I play drums in your band.
Yo,
Yo, I guess Phil, you're out. Phil, you're out.
let him go.
Hey, you guys are getting shouted out from Lenny from Crazy Eddie.
Yeah.
Yo, Crazy Eddie's new EP, one of my favorites of 2020.
I love that thing, by the way. Yeah, that new Crazy Eddie EP is a delight. That thing is so fun.
Yeah, it's so good. I love the vibe. It's just in your face. It's like the full length before. It's in your face. Love it.
Well, those guys, I love those guys. They're like a real New York hardcore band. And I'm a traditional hardcore kind of guy, you know. So, you know, I like that kind of traditional hardcore stuff. So listen, you know, you guys, we consider you guys an A7 band. You know, you guys have played the room a couple of times, and you know, you're like a fan favorite. We love you guys. Talk a little bit about playing the A7 and that whole bit, how much fun it is and all that.
I actually, when you first invited us to play, you know, I had not. That's when you first began. I think it was when the Sunday matinees were just coming back, and I had no idea what to expect. Then we played one. I was blown away. Like that like built-in crowd of guys and everybody there. It's like, you know, that was the best shit ever. So going back, I was like, I didn't know if that was like a one-off, a lucky shot. You know what I mean? And then when we went back again, and then I started going to the shows and realizing that this thing you created. Yes, Vinny Value, absolutely. Fucking cut him out. Realizing what you had going on there, and that it was a consistent thing, and it not only was staying consistent, it was getting better. Yeah. And it's like every goddamn time we walk through the door of that place, it's, you know, the room is. It's hard to believe you could even pack that room more than it's packed, but it's just the best place in the world. Those shows, the kids, seeing those familiar faces. Doesn't matter what time we go on. We played that fest, the all-day thing, and people that were there for the opening band were going fucking nuts at the end of the fucking night for us. And it's like 6 hours, 7 hours, you know, music. And it's amazing to me. I'm like, holy shit, I envy them. But fucking
even honestly, bro, even I was surprised that day that like I felt sort of bad, like that you guys were playing last and that no one was going to be there. And you know what? That wasn't the case. Yeah. Fucking people hung out, and you guys fucking crushed it, man.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah.
I was watching. I was waiting. I do this all my shows because I'm like a miserable bastard. So I'm always waiting for the inevitable big walkout. You know, like sometimes you make it to the band right before you, and you're like, "Oh, we're solid," and then fucking.
I know it's. I'm a singer too. I suffer from the same disease. You know.
Yeah, the staff at A7 is they're amazing people. Everyone there is like. They treat us so well when we're there, and it's just the best. It's the best Sunday you could spend. To be honest with you,
it's great, and we're gonna bring it back. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but I think eventually, you know, it'll be back. You know, we're gonna. You know, I want to take this opportunity to say that I'm coming back to New York in a couple weeks, and we're gonna do a sort of an informal get together down at A7 and in the park and all that. So it's gonna be at the end of June. So I'm not gonna throw a date out there yet, but one of the last weekends in June, obviously it would be either June 21st or June 28th. There's gonna be an informal A7 get together. They're selling drinks and food out the window, and between, you know, the park and the A7, we're gonna have a get together down there. Hopefully, New York loosens up a little bit by then. You know,
that would be a beautiful day. Holy shit! I'll count the days once you release a date. I need something.
Yeah,
you gotta fucking give. Holy shit!
So, anybody you guys want to shout out while you're here, Tyler? And Tyler, you're first.
I'm gonna fucking forget people, and I'm gonna get a bunch of fucking angry messages after this. But I'm just gonna do my best off the top of my head. I'm just gonna do a couple. Fill in the gaps because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I want to say big shout out to Davey and Enziguri, Dave, and End of Hope. Davey Gunner has been a huge he's been a supporter of us. He's really helped me. He's talked to me about life, about everything. He's just a fucking amazing guy, and he's somebody that, we looked up to. So it's an amazing thing. Who else? Onsite. My boys from Jersey just dropped a record called Cause of Pain. They're a band called Onsite. If you haven't checked that out, it's literally like it's more in the realm of like a classic metallic, somewhat hardcore, but it's fucking a banger of a record. So please, if you guys could check out that record, Moment of Truth, and all the guys in Moment of Truth, they also just dropped a new record, and I definitely fucking forgot a bunch of people, so I'm sorry right now. I'm sorry ahead of time.
All right. How about you, Will?
I actually have some physical format right here I want to share with everybody. So Enziguri, None Above All, CD, banger of a split. Love it. And the Bronx Zoo EP they did, killer. Much love. Davey's one of my homeboys. They all are. I love those dudes. And we're neighbors. We live in the Bronx. 64, Hugo. He plays in Locked Inside and Kill Your Idols. This record is amazing. Check it out. I think drummer Sheer Terror recorded this in their practice space, and it sounds amazing. So Nowhere Roads, amazing. It's Evan from Wisdom and Chains, great 7-inch on Coin Toss Records. I got a new one that came out. I don't know what it's on though, but I got to order it. A band I saw at the GB Kill Your Idol show, Rule Them All. Never heard of them. Amazing.
You got mail.
And I went to the A7. I got the test press of the Locked Inside. Locked Inside, great band. And fuck it, I quit Rules. And another band from the shore, because Tim is a beach rat and he tour manages every awesome band. School Drugs. Check out School Drugs from Asbury Park. And of course,
what's the name of that band? School Drugs?
School Drugs. Yeah. They're on Indecision Records in the West Coast.
Nice.
Good name.
And of course, Don't Sleep was supposed to come, and I love this band. They were in a band called The Commercials. They were like an emo band, but Dave Smalley, this record on Reaper, so good. The 7-inch, and
I got it. Yeah, all right, go ahead.
The Last Stand. This is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I want to tell everybody an interesting story about the band Don't Sleep, right? Which is Dave Smalley's band, right? Now, I've known Dave Smalley a very long time, since 1981. And we were part of the original Boston, SSD Control Skinhead crew. But part of the A7 thing is that the A7 shows sort of started when I did the video for The Take at A7. And when the Take, I did the video there, and then they played after. And I also played after. We did a Minor Threat set. That was a lot of fun. But after that, one of the guys in Don't Sleep called me and said, "Hey, are you doing shows at the A7? We want to come and play." And that was the impetus that actually got me to call Jesse Mallon and figure out how we could do shows. And the funny thing about Don't Sleep is they fucking cooped on that show. And then I booked them again, and they fucking cooped on that show too. So they never fucking played the room. They fucking cooped on me twice.
Lord.
Yeah, my other band played with them in a skate park in Reading, Pennsylvania, that Chuck Treese puts on.
Oh yeah. Chuck.
Yeah,
Chuck
and
we love Chuck Treese.
Yeah, I met them in because Eric at Creep in Philly knows all those dudes, so I met them through them. But yeah,
that was the shout out. I forgot Eric at Creep Records.
Eric at Creep Records.
Thank you.
Well, thanks a lot, you guys, and hang out.
Thank you, Drew.
We'll bring you back.
We're hanging out.
And I love your band, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much for everything.
Yeah, Drew, we love you, man. We appreciate
you.
I'll talk to you soon.
See you guys later.
All right, there you go. Those are our boys in Crippled Urn. We love those guys. Fucking hard as fuck, that band. It's hold on, let me get this banner off. Yo, it's the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, sponsored by Fryette Amplification and New York Hardcore Comics. Fryette Amplification is a small company that makes guitar amps, attenuators, and direct recording products in North Hollywood, California. Their gear is used by the Deftones, Helmet, Candiria, Stone Temple Pilots, Powerflow, Antidote, Downset, and many other heavy bands. The brand new Deliverance 2 heads are now available at Fryette.com. That's Fryette Amplification. We love them. They sponsor us. They support us. So please support them. Also, one more time with my, before we bring on the Craze, I just want to do another pitch for my Patreon, and I want to shout out a couple people. My Patreon page. Where is it? There it is. There it is. Boom, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. What else am I forgetting here? You know what? While we're at it, I want to shout out Jonathan Buskey. I got to shout out Jonathan Buskey, who put together this New York hardcore ABCs. It's really cool. It's got the whole legend on it with all the bands, all different letters, different bands. That's available at www.buskeydesign.com at Big Cartel. There's a 20% off using this discount code New York Hardcore 20. Buskey Designs, Jonathan Buskey, that's our boy. So there's the Patreon banner that's running there. I want to shout out a couple of patrons here. So be patient for a second before we bring the Craze on. I want to shout out Michelle and Lenny B from Crazy Eddie, Mickey Fever, Mike Egan, Mike Fairweather, NY, Mike V, Mikey Arsenaut, Moot Sobel, Mr. Nobody, Nick Black Sabbath, Nico Mace Frank Zacher, Phil Bowden, Pugsy from We All Die in Jersey, Richard Oldham representing upstate New York, Rulis R, Sasha Falk, Scott Helen, formerly of the Outpatients, Scott Heslinger, Scott Solidar, Sherry Ironstud, Sounds of Resistance, Steen Thompson in Denmark, Thalia Zelnick, Thomas Starkey, Todd Hamilton, formerly of Warzone down in Arizona, Tom Russo, Vinny Doak. What's up, brother? Will E. Ramone from the Car Bomb Parade. Thank you for your support. Yo, Will Shepler. Motherfucking Will Shepler is one of my patrons. Are you? William Hernandez and Michael Baker. That's the first set. Yo, I'm going to shout out all my patrons today. I'm not trying to give a fuck. It's a Sunday A7 matinee show. So let's have some fun with it. Let me see here you go. Upstate Rick. Best $2 I ever spent. Thank you, Rick. Thank you for being a patron. Chris from Rikers checking in. What's up, bro? We'll see you on the international show. Damien, wow, the Craze, bugged out, been a minute. Well, you come to the right place, brother. You come to the right place. What else? Shout out to D's Nuts. Okay. Why not? Oh, hold on a second. How's Arnie? Well, you know what? I'm going to take this moment right here. A lot of people have been asking about my dad. He's doing okay. We're holding it down. But I'm going to announce a new show, announcing it right now. This is exciting. And this is going to be, here we go. This is the boxing show on June 5th. It is the boxing show with Craig Sitari from Sick of It All, who was an amateur boxer. Don Foos from the Spud Monster, who was an amateur boxer. Our boy Sean Sullivan, who works with DeBella Entertainment, who promotes all the big boxing matches, who's a boxing historian, and none other than the one, the only Arnie Stone, the film director, who was and also an amateur boxer. So, yo, that's going to be a great show. I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to talk lots of boxing and some New York hardcore. So everybody got to get down with that. There's my Patreon rolling underneath. If you're not a patron, please come on and get down. So anyway, let me bring on next bunch of guests. Super stoked to bring these guys on. Love this band. They're keeping punk super hard and super real in New York City. We consider them another A7 band. We love these guys. These guys have incredible energy. So here we go. Johnny Cray, Carlos Cray, and Spencer Cray. What's up, guys?
Carlos, what's up, man? What's up?
We saw you with that mimosa, Carlos.
Drew, you in trouble. You want a silliness, you're gonna get it.
Yeah, good. it's that kind of a day, man. You know, let me get these banners off so we can see you guys. Hey, so Johnny, tell us what's going on with the band? What happened when the shit hit the fan?
When the shit hit the fan, we were gearing up for rehearsals because we were going to be going to Europe for a small tour with Bad Nasty from France and Switzerland. And we were going to do South of France, Spain, and Switzerland, a couple of festivals along the way. And rehearsals didn't happen, tour didn't happen, obviously, you know, and we had to the whole thing.
You guys had a bunch of shows booked, right?
Well, it was Europe, you know, we were going to do Barcelona, Bilbao, Bordeaux in France. I mean, a lot of great places, you know, and we had to scrap it. Lucky it was, you know, we didn't get the tickets yet, so we didn't lose out financially.
That's the worst, bro, when that happens, right?
Outside of pocket, so you know, we gotta glad we didn't jump in there, but it's sad because you know we're gonna have a good time hanging out with our friends, Fretz and Peg, Bad Nasty, and you know, we just couldn't manage to go. I mean, they shut down the borders, and it is what it is, you know.
Spencer, when you guys go over to Europe, you guys got a lot of love over in Europe when the Krays get over there, right?
I mean, last time we were there, it was like just seeing old friends for the most part. So it was actually really good. We weren't sure how it was going to be just because we hadn't been there for so long. But once we got there, it was evident like we were just going to be running into old friends the whole time.
Yeah, I mean that's the nice thing about getting out on the road and going to places like Europe when you haven't been there in a while. You know, people come out of the woodwork. I mean, that's one of the great things about you know, punk and hardcore and that community is that when you do get out there and you get out on the road, people make the effort. It's that community, and it's just fucking awesome, you know.
I mean, we have friends that we saw. They came out from the first time we ever went. Like I think it was 1999 was the first time we went out, and they came out. We went there 2 years ago. It was the first time in like 13 years or something. And some of the same friends coming out, you know, giving us gifts, hanging out, you know, having drinks with us, you know, it's amazing.
I mean, the cool thing is it's like picking up where you left off almost. Like there's people you haven't seen and it's like, oh, you know, everybody's married and has kids now. But, you know, it's like nothing stopped. You know, we just pick up right like the last time we saw them in that city.
Here's a nice shout out here from Enziguri. Spencer was very good to us when we got up and started. Thank you.
Enziguri's great.
I was booking them at Grand Victory. You know, RIP. That once I started doing the Sunday all ages shows over there, they were like one of the first bands that were really jumping up, and it was like they were like a regular band that I would just always hit up. Like, I got this coming up. I want you guys on it. So. You know, and big ups to them, man. I'm glad that they're really kicking ass right now.
Yeah, they're great, and I got to say that you know, one of a place that I really miss is the Grand Victory, man. You did a great job over there, and it was such a great room, man. Like that room, the fucking Grand Victory. I saw Stiff Little Fingers in there, Negative Approach, Black Flag, DOA. Like I saw some. I mean.
There's no reason for that to happen in a closet that big.
Yo, I saw Stiff Little Fingers in the Grand Victory.
Yeah, man, it was great.
It was a.
That's what's great about A7 is I feel like it's kind of, you know, at least we were trying to carry on what was happening with A7 there, you know, and we just now we're following it up at A7 again. So it's a full circle.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely, and yeah, I know Joanna agrees. It's like I loved the Grand Victory. It was a great place, but you know,
every staff member, you know, like you just pop in there anytime. You know, it really was home, like to such a degree. You know, like any time of the week, any day. You know, it's like you go in there. You know, somebody's working a bartender. You know, and it's great bands. You know.
Shouting out Ira, who worked in that place, right? Was it Ira?
Yeah.
What's Ira? What's up, Ira? Thanks. And he says, he also says, and I love the stuff going on at A7.
Sure.
Listen, you know, when venues close in New York, man, it hurts. It hurts, you know. And when the Grand Victory closed, that hurt, you know.
Yeah. Trash Bar was great too. You know, it was a great home for a while. You know, Trash Bar I feel like was right after CB's and became like the next home. You know, and great sound. I've seen so many great bands there. You know, touring and all that. You know, local. You know,
what's fucked up is what's in the space of the Grand Victory. What's in there now? Like nothing.
Empty.
It's empty.
It's empty. Unfortunately, like they pushed us out kind of, and it didn't matter what they put there. Like it was supposed to be something immediately after. We were shoved out of there so fast. But just like a lot of real estate in New York, it's just empty.
It's unbelievable. Carlos.
Yeah, man.
Bro.
Hey,
listen,
he's a happy one. He's quiet. Hey.
This is there a punk band in New York that you're not playing guitar in these days?
Maybe one or two, but I'm sure the invitations will be coming in soon.
Tell us for those across the world that may not know. Tell us the bands that you're currently playing in.
In the Craze, obviously, Bastard Clan, United States of Boogaloo. I play in a Puerto Rican folkloric group called Segunda Quimbamba. I'm a band whore, man. This is pretty much the way it is. I played in Poly Abuse. You know, we're still officially on, and you know, it's what I love to do, and I'm surrounded by a bunch of brothers and talented people, and the most caring people I've ever met in my life, man. These guys are like family to me. So wherever I go, you need a guitar player, I'm your guy.
Yeah, listen, man. You guys are a lot of fun, and you really bring it. You know, when you play, man. It's you know, you really, and you bring a drinking crowd too.
Drinking tunes, hell yeah. Well, you know, I mean, when I started with the Truants, and the Truants and the Krays came up together.
Yeah, tell us about that. Tell us.
You know, we came up together. We played a lot of shows. I mean, we got our first show with the Craze, and Johnny and I'll be, you know, inviting us on to play up in it was, I don't know where the hell. I think it was in Brooklyn. It was freezing out there that day. It was in the middle of January, and you know, we started together, playing a lot of shows together. And when the Trades went on the road and started playing Europe, and it got really heavy duty, the Truants, you know, we started playing a lot of shows on our end, and we kind of like start playing shows together. But once the Truants broke up and the Craze kept on going, you know, Craze is like a brotherhood of musicians. You know, we all know each other. We all grew up to each other, and so now I'm like, you know, I've known them for 25 something years. You know, and I'm the new baby of the band. And then going back to what you guys were talking about when you guys went back, you know, the Craze went back to Europe, you know, after 13 years. When I got to experience that for the first time, the love that they got from everybody over there after not seeing them for 13 years, and everybody's picking up where they left off after 13 years. It's so special, you know, and such a foul and such a love. It's great. It's family.
Here's a question from our boy Chucky Brown. Ask Carlos if the Truants will ever do a reunion.
Well, it almost happened this year. It came this close. We were supposed to play for a boy Ken Keller's 50th birthday. That was in the works, but we just couldn't get everybody together. I mean, we got a couple of guys out in California. I'm here. Sean is out in Thailand.
Thailand, huh?
Yeah. So he lives out there. So, you know, it just got too complicated to be able to get in here, get enough practices and sound like we did. So, you know, it didn't happen. I can never say never. Hopefully sometime in the future we can get this shit together and get it done, because I would love to play with those guys again.
Listen, if there's one thing that I learned from playing an Antidote, right? A band I've been in, you know, pretty much my whole adult life, at a certain point, I came to the conclusion, never say never again.
That's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's been so many times I've been like, that's it. Fuck this. Fuck that. Fuck that guy. Fuck blah, blah, you know, and then.
Some of our stories, Drew. You're telling all our stories.
Yeah, you know, this thing is can be interesting because, you know, when you're in close quarters with people for a while, you know, you're in a van and you're just like, I can't wait for this to be over. I can't wait to get the fuck away from this guy. And then you get home, and then you wake up the next day and you go, man, I fucking miss that guy. So,
yeah. End of the day, it's a brotherhood, right? Like Craze have been around for, we started like 93 or something like that. It's a long time. We got a lot of different members. And we did reunion shows. We did one in the 15th year, and we did one in the 20th year. And we all still love each other, still hang out. So it's like a big brotherhood. It's just some people, weren't playing at the time, couldn't play at the time, whatever it is, And that's one thing I do really love about the band is that, like, it's such a big brotherhood that, like, if somebody can't do it, I'm like, get on the phone. Hey, can you jump on here? Because, he's having a kid, he's getting married, or he's doing this. So it's, we're lucky in that respect, like. We all hang out. Like, we don't get in a room and start punching each other.
I wish I could say that about Antidote. But hey, Johnny, tell us about the other bands you play in and what you do, because I like how in each band you're playing another instrument and doing something different. So tell us about that.
That bastard.
Well, it's funny. Since we got these guys here, is Simon Trolley, he's Suicide Supermarket Charlie's, and he wanted to do a reunion show, and he was looking for members, and I was supposed to play drums, and the rest of the lineup fell apart. So I made some calls, and then eventually I was like, Spencer, Carlos, I need you. We're gonna do this, and show for Simon. He's an old friend of mine. He's one of the best punk vocalists that ever existed. I was playing drums, and we did the show, and then the band became Drunken Rampage, which we've done. We've played. We played
the first show.
We were supposed to do the year anniversary, and so we are the back band for Simon Trolley. And that's a shout out to Simon.
Yeah, that's definitely.
And we did the band, and like musically, Carlos is more. He's a lead guy. He's a rock and roll is a little bit more the forte. And I was like, Carlos is a little different vibe, different sound than you used to, but I know you could do it, and get in on this. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. And we had such a good time that first show. Like, we were high-fiving and hanging out, while Simon is doing his thing in the front of the stage. We were like, So we're like, we got to make this a band. And that became Drunken Rampage, because we love each other anyway,
Yeah, for sure. And I think, Carlos, you bring a great energy to the band and a good vibe. I mean, you guys are a good time band, man. And the world needs more good time bands,
Oh, absolutely. But that comes from also hanging out with each other. That also comes from not just, we're not just a band that goes into the studio and don't see each other until the next studio or the next gig. We actually hang out. So all that banter that you hear, and some of it are inside jokes that happened from we were hanging out in Johnny's house when in the studio. That carries on, So thank you. I mean, it's all about having fun, right? We're surrounded by people that we care about, and we have a good time.
Absolutely, man. That's really that's the most important thing. I mean, have a good time with it, and other things will fall in after that. Here's a question from our friend Mark Tulch. If I wanted to hear the Craze, what album EP should I start with?
I can't answer that.
No? Can anybody?
The latest one is the one I like the most, but I can't.
The newest one that I like. No, well, you know what? You could pick and choose, man. If you try all of them, you'll hear different stages of the Craze in each album, which is fantastic. Yeah. You hear the growth of the band. So I don't think we just pick it and you won't miss.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people like the first one, but I also in 2002 we did Time for Action. It was on TKO, and that was the one we toured the most on, and I would start with there. I guess, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, that seems to be coming up here. A Time for Action.
I think a Time for Action is when I joined, and we toured on that record. So that was like what a lot of people were familiar with, and we were bringing it to every little city, from coast to coast. We were playing that out for a couple of years straight, where we were on the road a lot. So a lot of people, that was their introduction. So that's always going to be the reference they're going to make with us. For me, before I was in the band, I was listening to the Craze as a fan. The first record's phenomenal. I mean, that's just, and then a lot of people always have that reference. So the one thing I've always been really adamant about is record to record, it's always been a subtle change that's been pretty cool. So you always have a little bit of a different sound going along.
Yeah.
We don't do the same record twice, kind of. So even it's different to, you know, I wish you would do the AC/DC thing where it was like, pa, 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 you know.
Well,
same riffs, you know.
Or the Slayer thing, you know, it's like, I remember I read this interview with Tom, I think it was Tom from Slayer, and they said, "Well, what's the new Slayer record going to sound like?" And he said, "It's going to sound like a Slayer record." So you know,
some bands can do that, and it's great. You know, I mean, Slayer made fucking 5-6 fucking phenomenal records on on that vibe. You know, do it. AC/DC made how many? Carlos made 20.
Here's
I think they made a whole record with one song.
Yeah, absolutely. Andy Mason says, "Man, the effort that goes into every show is amazing. Thank you to everyone that keeps this going." Well, listen, thank you, Andy, and thanks for watching the show, and thanks for everybody. I'm really fortunate, and I'm really humbled that the show's turned out to be such a big success, and I really appreciate everybody that's contributed to my Patreon, and that enables me to stay focused on this, because it takes me hours a day to put these shows together. But listen, I ain't singing the blues. I love it. I love the community, and I love the culture. Speaking of which, here's Ira chiming in again. My first Krays show was in the basement at ABC. I don't remember. There were shows in the basement of ABC, no, Rio?
Oh yeah. We've had some classic shows in the basement. I remember one in particular show in the basement that Truants were playing, and at that time we had Phil Templar from Templars playing drums for us, and somebody was using the bathroom upstairs and pissing all over Phil, and stopping in the middle of the song to go upstairs and try to beat somebody's ass down. Luckily for that person, he was in court. But there was some wild shows in that basement. It was fantastic.
But I don't understand. Is the room upstairs considered? Was that the big room? And then
No,
it was the bathroom.
No, the basement was only the shows in the basement.
Only the shows. So, right.
And they had a stage and a PA, and then at some point, I guess it was not up to like fire code or something.
So they moved it upstairs?
Yeah, and then they moved it upstairs and went on. But early on, all the shows were in the basement. And it was great. Yeah, because in the basement, it was darker. It was a club. Upstairs, had that fucking bright lighting because they wanted to, like showcase the paintings because it's an art studio.
Right.
So
it was all white walls.
It's a little strange, but the basement shows were great, and I was lucky enough to play there and also to see the Truants quite a few times there, and that was like their spiritual home for a while. And, it was great. Rio, you can't beat it for New York punk rock.
Yep.
Sean Truant had no qualms with rolling around on that dirty floor. Talk about barebacking it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they tore ABC No Rio down, and I thought they were going to rebuild it in a new building. I don't think that's happened yet, or if that's ever really.
I just took, like, just before all of this, the whole thing, I was walking around the city when it's already kind of emptied out a bit, but I was cutting across, and I took a photo. I got to find it somewhere, but the back wall in the backyard where there was a bunch of graffiti, that's still there, but the whole building's gone. But the perimeter wall it's actually attached to a bunch of brand new condos. It's still there with the graffiti intact from when we were mid 90s, let's say.
It's Art Nouveau.
Just that old piece there. We want to remember what was.
I just dug this out of the archive. I guess this is sort of what was going. I'm not sure exactly what year, but this was the kind of stuff that was going down. This got to be.
That looks like some Mike.
1990. It's 1990.
That's the Mike bullshit shows that he was doing back then.
There you go.
Yeah, I got to play one of those shows. My first show in Manhattan, I was playing with my friends in Sunset Park, and we had a band. And we had a set and we want to play. I think it was 1988, and we got to play one of Mike Bullshit's Saturday matinees, and yeah, it's a great memory. We played with Rorschach, Product 19. We played Bug Out Society. I mean, I was like, I don't know, 15, 16. I was fucking up in the air about that show. Fuck yeah.
Here's another ABC Rio flyer that I'm just pulling out of the archive. Oxblood down low. Everybody gets hurt. I mean, this is
that happened there.
1996.
Wow.
It was. So what's any recording plans? Are you guys going to record at any point?
Well, we wanted to do an album, and we had a few songs, and it was our plan to work on a full length. And then this all happened, so the quarantine happened. So what happened was we had a rehearsal or two before we finished. And in our rehearsal studio, we rehearse in Outer House. That's a shout out I want to give. Outer House Studios. It's in Long Island City.
Yep.
It's a rehearsal studio, but we have our own room. There's like 1 or 2 monthly rooms, and we're lucky enough to have them. So we have it set up for recording. So I recorded the last 2 practices there. And obviously, it was never going to be an album. But then a lot of the stuff was fucking good and workable, and that became our last. We just put out something on Bandcamp where it's like that became that last release.
Right.
We just build up on that because the drums are good. There was a lot of things good about it. Like let's just make this fucking record.
Makes sense.
So it's not the full length because we have other songs that we need to work on, but there's like 5 or 6 new songs on that, and then we just had to stop.
No, definitely not by choice.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll slowly mark our way to it. Hang with me a second, guys. I want to shout out sponsors and stuff, and we'll continue.
Yep.
It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, sponsored by Fryette Amplification and New York Hardcore Comics. I want to shout out a couple. If you got to shout anybody out, okay, here you go. Nick Sabbath. Shout out to Ross Israel, Joseph McGonen, and Chris Hoffman. All right. Well, all right. That's a good shout out. What was this? Is that California Throwdown on that flyer? Or was there a New York or East Coast Throwdown in the mid-90s? I'm not sure how to answer that. Let me run real quick. I just want to shout out once again, my Patreon people. And being it's a Sunday show, I want to shout them out. My Patreon page is flying underneath there. Please support the show. Thank you, Alex Cordova, Alex Leitch, Allison Noguera, Ann Mays from Antwerp, and Andre Gale Jr. Yo, Andre, don't come to my A7 shows and get into fights anymore, please. Andrea CSS, Andrew Daly, Andrew Hollywood, Andrew Vanderberg, Brad, Brian Perlis, Carnot Demon, Chris Bunkley, Chris Freeman, Christopher Hoffman, Cookie McPhillips, Dale Starr, Dan Anastasia, Kings Never Die, Dank DeLong, Davey Hooligan of Enziguri, David Clewell, David Goldberg, David Ward, Dominic Colella, what's up, Dom? Edgar Reyes, Ekhoods, Elizabeth Bristow, Eric Delasio, Fab Hell, Felicio De Santos, and Ferric Zelnick. That's another bunch of my patrons. I'm sorry to drag the other people through it, but you know what? These fucking people support the show, so they deserve to get shouted the fuck out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, man.
Right, Jim?
Yeah, man.
Right? Jim knows. Jim knows. Let me see what else. Anybody else? All right. Shout out to Arnie for doing the boxing show. You're getting mad shout outs, Dad. So psyched to get Dad on the boxing show. Finally, gave him something, waved the boxing thing. Come on, Pop, we'll do a boxing show. So actually Todd Hamilton addressing that. There was a throwdown from New York in the mid to late 90s. Thank you, Todd. Appreciate that. Also, I got to shout out the artwork that you see behind me. The artwork you see behind me is the lovely Christine Cambria, www.ccambria.com. That's her artwork there.
Wow.
This is some more of her artwork. This is this is coffee stain art. Someone that drinks coffee, I guess, put the cup, you spill a little coffee, makes a stain. 30% off original art until Tuesday. Support Christine Cambria. Her artwork is awesome. Her whole world is awesome. She's an awesome person. So what else we got here? That's that. What's up, brother Drew? What's up, Caesar? Wow. Seek and you shall find, right? Paul from Black Anvil also played bass in the Throwdown NY back in '96. So there you go. Go figure. So that said, there's my Patreon page. I don't want to forget anything today. It's like that kind of thing. You know what? I know you're all hoping that Dad's home phone was going to ring during the show. It hasn't yet. We love that when that phone fucking rings in the middle of the show. Here's a question. I'm gonna bring the Craze back on. Let me get and we're gonna try to wrestle it down the home stretch. We're gonna bring the Crippled Urn back and the Crippled Urns back on as well. Hey Johnny, here's a question for you. Is the band Suspect Device still around?
Well, it's not. Suspect Device was basically when what was it? 2011, Spencer. We put out our last record. We put out our fourth album.
Around then.
Yeah. So in 2011, we put out a record, and I was looking for the bands I wanted to play with were the bands that I loved that we played with. I wanted the Wretched Ones. I wanted Distraught, and I wanted the Truants. And we didn't get any of those bands. Every band was like, "No, we're not doing it. It's not happening." So, but Sean Truant, the singer, was in town. Obviously, he was living in New York at the time. And I said, "Look, so Truants can happen. So, how about we do like a cover band? We play a few songs that you like from Truants, and then we just do some punk covers. He's a phenomenal singer and punk historian in a way. So we decided we're going to do that, and that was our first show. And then the show was so good, we were like, well, let's keep it going. It's basically the same story as Drunken Rampage, but with a different singer. So, right, pretty much.
There's a lot of that cross-pollination going on.
Do you guys like to have the names in a hat, and you just kind of shake it and you go, okay, this week, and you pull out and said it, okay.
We leave it up to those singers of those bands, and that's what we got, So Simon had Drunken Rampage because there was a split that he did with his previous band where his side of the split was called Drunken Rampage, and we were like, that's it, And when it came to Suspect Device, Sean wanted to play that song, from Stiff Little Fingers, and we're like, okay, we'll do that. And so then we started to write songs, and BJ, Albie's in the band. It was a good time. We played a lot of good shows. Would we ever play again? Is the question. I don't know. I mean, we tried to do a show about a year ago, right, Carlos? About a year ago.
Yeah, it's about a year. Yeah, a year ago, a little over a year ago.
But at the time, we were busy. Obviously, it's like. At the time there was no quarantine, so it was a lot of work and things. So rehearsal was going to be limited, and so Sean kind of opted out of playing the show. The singer. So I don't know that we'd play again. Would we? Yes, but life.
It's definitely a timing thing because it's definitely a timing thing because first we have to get we would have to get Sean out from Thailand over here. And everything, all the planets have to be aligned. But I would never say never. I would love to. We built up a nice repertoire on that band.
Yeah, of course I would. I would definitely play a show with them again. I mean, we played for like a year or two and live, and they were great shows. I'm not gonna hold them up to what the Truants were doing back in the day, but we had the singer from the Truants and Carlos from the Truants. That's basically the live show of the Truants. Those are the guys that give it, And
come on, that was let's tell the truth. That was half Craze, half truants, and we just put another stamp on it.
well, you know what it is. You had the best of the truants and the best of the Craze, and that's when we did it.
Yeah,
absolutely. Any memories of touring with Click 45?
Yeah, Click 45 is fucking great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to talk about that?
Oh man.
Spencer got a little bit,
I mean, just off the top of my head, falling asleep, like we all. So I think we met up with them in Houston. It was, so the Craze did we started in New York and worked our way around that whole leg down through Florida, etc. We met up with them in Houston. We started doing Texas. And, the joke going, well, if you're on tour, you're going to be in Texas for about a week and a half. Anyways, we get down to Corpus, and we end up hanging out with all our buddies from there. And they say, well, let's go to the beach after the show. We could all hang out there, and if anything, we'll camp out there if everybody just feels like we could just chill. About like 6 a.m, the sun's coming up. I'm awake for some reason, and all of a sudden I start hearing like little tick, 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 tick on like the hood of the van, and everybody's passed out. I mean, the beach is filled with like sleeping bags, so it's like both bands and everybody that came with us from the show. Next thing, it starts pouring rain like Jumanji.
Oof.
But I was in the van, so I was perfectly safe. Just to watch the madness of everybody running up, and these are all punk rockers, so like they have like whatever product in their hair, just running in every which direction. That was just that was the first day of tour with 45.
Hey, I'm gonna bring on let's bring on the Crippled Urn guys.
Yeah.
Let's say hello to them. Will and
What's going on, guys?
And Tyler, where the hell are you, bro? Well, Will for now, right?
Right.
Oh, there you go. What you got there, Tyler?
Oh, he's got a little baby.
What's that, bro?
That's
brand
Butch.
new. Brand new. Do great for everything.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
It's a goddamn nightmare, actually, is what it is. Absolute nightmare.
Oh, wow.
My wife took my dogs to her parents today, but I wish my puppy was here.
Horrible.
We're dog people.
I want to take this opportunity to put out there. You guys, we're doing a A7 throwback shirt, and you guys, both your bands are on there. I want to put this up. It's not commercially available yet, but I want to just let everybody know that it's heading that way. This is a A7 throwback shirt, and it's got a bunch of the A7 bands on there. End of Hope, Car Bomb Parade, Locked Inside, Diamond Dogs, Enziguri, Antidote, Dead Blow Hammer, The Craze, No Compromise, Necrotic Society, The Last Stand, Kings Never Die, Crippled Urn, Gorilla Glue, Crazy Eddie, Ache, The Ice Cold Killers. It's got a little Rat Bones thing in there, a Sid the Kid thing, and the New York Hardcore Firing Squad, all the photographers. So this shirt, this A7 shirt is going to be available probably in the next week or so. We're getting it together now, so keep an eye out for that. It's a cool A7 throwback shirt, and thanks, for being a part of it, you guys.
Thank you for having us, man. That's beautiful.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, man. And listen, when this thing, one thing that we're looking to put together, and I'm working on now, is to try to wire the club so we could do streaming shows from the club. And even if we get, chances are what's going to happen is that, when phase 1 opens up in New York City, we're going to wire the club so that, bands could play with a limited amount of people, but we're going to be able to stream, stuff out onto the show. That's the idea, is that, people will play and it'll stream right out onto the show. So we're working towards that, and hopefully, that's going to happen in one way, shape, or form. And when it does, you guys got to come down and play.
Yeah.
I would love to. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're totally in.
I think before this all went down, I think Drunken Rampage was on the next bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so we were itching for it, and like I think it was the year anniversary, and we were the ones that did the show. So I mean, obviously,
I was super excited. Sorry, I was super excited to see Enziguri and Aluth. Aluth is a cool band I saw. I saw them with Enziguri at a church in the Bronx. They're like heavy as hell.
Nice.
Yeah, listen, now that I had, let me look at some of the shows that weren't. Hold on.
That didn't.
Well, not just that didn't, but this is what I was working on that wasn't even announced. Hold on, where the hell is all that? Okay, these are shows that were in the works, and I was about to announce. Well, there was the High and the Mighty Ruya. Yeah, the 1 year anniversary was Drunken Rampage. The Killing Time show. The Killing Time show was the last show that was announced. I was about to announce these shows. It was going to be the Venomous Pinks with Death Cycle, Down Low, Gorilla Glue, Dusters. That was going to be in May. Also, May 31st was going to be Mafa with special guest Saab Gray from Iron Cross, Murderers Row, Neighborhood Shit, Gamma Ghouls, and Septic. June 7th, a couple bands. June 14th was going to be Sub-Zero and Crippled Urn. June 28th, my birthday, was going to be The Take and Murderers Row and the Car Bomb Parade. July 19th, there was talk of Apparition and End of Hope. July 26th was going to be Kriegkampf. And August 2nd was going to be Agnostic Front and Channel 3.
Wow.
Fucking, we can have it. We had Agnostic Front lined up. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So any questions out there? If anybody out there has any questions, we're heading down the home stretch. Any questions for the Craze or for Crippled Urn? Please, yeah, no shit, crazy, right? I had fucking Agnostic Front lined up. I didn't announce it. Everyone's like, damn, I can't wait for those shows to happen. What the fuck? Get what's that one? Get Killing Time, Drew. I had Killing Time, bro. The show was lined up, so I don't know what's going to happen when things open up again. I'm probably just going to start from scratch. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Let's see. Yes, Todd Hamilton, correct. The Venomous Pinks from Arizona. That is correct. The Venomous Pinks is an all-girl hardcore band from Arizona. Exactly.
I was looking at that with you.
That's right. You're the one. That's right. That's right. You sent them my way.
Yeah.
They were super stoked to play the room. They were super excited.
It was like a year ago that happened. That conversation.
I know. It's great. Shout out Giovanna Girl. Shout out to Garrett from Lockjaw and Troublemaker. What's this? Here's one for you. Carlos. Oh wait, no, there's a good Carlos one here somewhere. Wait, where was that? Hold on. I gotta find it. Will Carlos return his hair to its 90s glory?
You better believe it. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing this quarantine is grooming my hair so I come back to the big fro.
It's getting now.
Bro,
I'm thinking about the little mini dreads.
We're all growing our hair.
If it gets that long, then maybe.
When is the next Crippled Urn LP dropping?
We're gonna go into the studio with Eric when he tells us we can. We have the record written.
Nice.
So we're going to Fishtown, Philadelphia. Eric plays in Bad Luck 13 Extravaganza, and we're going there to do the record. He's my homie, and it's really chill.
Cool.
As soon as we fucking can.
Yeah, right.
Right.
We worked with we did a couple songs with Mikhail Moranis.
He's a great guy out of Jersey.
In Rockaway, New Jersey, and he's awesome. But Eric did everything for us. He loves our band, and I don't know, it's all about working with friends with this band. That's really all it's ever been about. Just hanging out. We just want to try something different, but we're going back to Eric. Here's
an interesting question. Hey Lee, I know you're hanging in there. I got you, bro. All right, I got you. We got Lee from New York Hardcore Comics wants to come on and say hi to you guys. From Adam, Drew, are you related to Spencer? You guys look like brothers.
I don't see how that's not possible, man.
I remember Spencer before I knew him at Guitar Center.
Ooh.
Oh.
You work with
Spencer.
Stuff.
Game Day Regulars, I think, was like the first time I spoke to you. Where
I knew you from Kenny Fletcher. Exactly. He's my homie, but like, you know.
How is it to tour? Here's one for you. How is it to tour with the Dropkick Murphys?
Oh, fantastic!
It's great. I mean, they look out for us.
Always great.
I mean, what's awesome is you get to talk records with Matt Kelly. Like during soundcheck, we would do something like Ruts Babylon's Burning. He's like, "You're going to do that during the show, right?" And you're like, I'm not so sure that anybody's going to really appreciate that at a Dropkick Murphys show.
Right.
But man, I mean, they were everybody in their crew, stage manager or the sound guys. Everybody was awesome.
Good.
Treated us with love.
The Truants got to play a couple of tours with them back in the '90s, and they were great guys. I mean, they invited the Truants to do a record release party at the Middle East up there in Boston. Nice. And which is the craziest. They had to call in the cops, and there were people outside because the place was too small. The fire department came in the middle of the show, tried to close it down. It was one hell of a show. But all those guys are cool. All those guys they were awesome.
Absolutely.
Down to earth guys.
Hey, Crippled Urn guys, I want to thank you guys for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us, man. Hopefully sooner than later. We'll see you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And when we do this, this thing at the end of June, you guys come into town and we'll hang out a little bit.
Oh yeah, let's hang out.
All right.
All right. I'll talk to you guys.
Carlos, guys, take care.
Take care, man. Good seeing you guys.
Thank you so much.
All right, Tyler and Will from
Awesome.
From Crippled Urn. I want to bring aboard one of our sponsors, our friend Lee from New York Hardcore Comics. What's happening, Lee?
Yo, what's up?
Lee?
How you doing?
What's up, brother?
What's happening? Man? Wow, look what's going on back there, man.
Yo, the Krays are here and Carlos from the Truants. Oh my God. Growing up, you guys, I followed you guys everywhere. Seeing you guys play together blew my fucking mind. Oh, it's so cool to follow you guys.
Nice. That's a fucking hell of a shirt you got on, too.
What's that?
That's an awesome shirt you got. A fucking Coney Island High shirt.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Let me see that.
That's another place to miss.
This is the biggest decision of my day is the T-shirt I wear on this show.
Yeah.
What's going on behind you? What's that Obey thing behind you?
All right, well, I got a couple cool things to show you, but let's start with these.
Yeah.
Slayer and the Walk Among Us reaction toys, right?
Nice.
And then we got the Motorhead and the King Diamond.
Nice.
Right? And then here we go, the Obey. This is just some cool shit. Right?
Wow. Nice.
So these are only $20 and we sell them in the store.
You got any G.I. Joes in that motherfucker?
Oh, I can hear Johnny's wallet getting lighter right now.
We got some G.I. Joes.
You got G.I. Joes in that bitch?
Open. I have to dig. I got this big old box of open toys.
80s G.I. Joes where I'm at, though. You know, I'll get some of that.
Well, we got a lot of late 80s, some early 90s.
All right. Spencer.
More of the little ones than the big ones.
Yeah. I'm not down with the fucking ginormous fucking. The 3x75, whatever. Yeah.
Hey Lee, when I get back to town, like I said, I want to come up and I want to do an episode of the show, maybe from the store or something. That would be fun.
Yeah. I would love that, man. That would be awesome. Yo, Crippled Urn and Crazy Eddie both said they want to do a little show from the store too. So that'd be fun. I don't know. Yeah. Craze would want to man up one day. Who knows?
Yeah, man.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Love it.
Go ahead.
I wish I spoke Spanish for sangre because there's so many words that I want to know what they're saying.
Yeah, you know what? We got a lot of shit. Somebody gave me shit because we didn't give translations in the lyric sheet. And I was like, you know, I didn't think about it. It wasn't like I was trying to get. I just didn't think about it, you know. Like
it's a great album though. Holy shit!
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
There's the spot up in Dobbs Ferry, right?
Yep, that's us. That's us.
That's it. A brick and mortar shop.
Nice.
Imagine that. So can I just say one thing about the store?
Please go ahead.
If you ever like, just please you can DM us to Debo Answers Those on Instagram or email us at nyhccomics@gmail. And starting Tuesday, I think we're open. So pick up and help us get back on our feet, man. It'd be much appreciated.
Nice.
Absolutely. And I want to thank you, Lee, for being a sponsor of the show, man. Couldn't do it without your support.
Drew, we love you, man. Thanks for everything.
Thanks. I'll talk to you soon.
Craze Truants! Woo!
Yeah.
He was so psyched when I told him you guys were coming on the show.
I really want to visit the place. It's just we can't right now, you know. Like
I
really want to go there. You know.
They got a cool. What is this? Why is everyone asking about this? How do you pronounce this? A Tianata reunion?
Tianata.
What is it? What another band that you're in?
Man, I was doing for a little while.
Jesus Christ, bro.
First of all, that guy that's asking that question needs to stop. That's Nash Mills. Nash Mills is a good friend of ours. He's from Miami. He I believe he's in the Caribbean right now. I think he's a butcher.
I don't know. Many talents, many
hats.
It's funny because this show gets like a weird mix of people. You know, Michael DeBar was on the show recently, and you know, I was telling him, yeah, we get a weird mix. We get punks, skins, thugs, and housewives. You know, it's an eclectic mix of people that tune in. You know.
Yeah, but that's
what's this one? Will Johnny play drums if Demise does that reunion? Were you in Demise, Johnny?
I was.
What?
I was the drummer for the last maybe 2.5 years.
What?
With Hoya and Beto and And
what band was Johnny not in?
The last
you talk about me, man. I see you talking shit about me. Look at this guy.
Seriously, Carlo.
The last 3 songs we recorded are on that Demise CD, you know, Soul Search and all that. That's me playing all the double bass. That's me playing all that. Yeah.
I did not know that you were in Demise, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. You know what?
You know what? The list. If I put a list, Drew, you would be like, "Get the fuck out of here! It's bullshit, pure bullshit." But it's true. I played drums in Demise. We actually played Agnostic Front's last show, CBGB's.
Would that be this show? Could that be this at CBG?
That's it,
bro.
Yeah. Damn, Beto wearing shorts. So I was the only fucking punk rocker that was spiked in that whole fucking place in CBGB's because it was it was like the biggest hardcore show that ever was hardcore, you know.
And you played bass in the Casualties too?
No, that was before. This is before.
But
this is 1992 or 1991, and then I played in the Casualties in 1998.
Jesus, man.
This is when I was a kid. Yeah, and I was the only punk rocker in that fucking place because it was Agnostic Front's last show at the time, and we played 2. We played with them in Long Island, and then we on I think the day before, and then we played CBGB's, and I almost played with Marauder too because a really old friend of Saab's, who he grew up like a couple of blocks away from me. He was like an older brother of mine. And then Vinny was late or not going to show up, and he was like, "I know you know the shit. Can you play drums for us?" And I was like, I guess I could. You know, I know the stuff a little bit, but what the fuck? But that never happened. Thank God.
I managed Marauder back in the Master Killer days.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love them.
I managed Marauder, Fury of 5, Sub-Zero. Boy, I managed all the lunatics.
That's awesome, man. When I was like chilly, because Saab was a neighborhood friend of mine. So
are you from Sunset Park?
Yeah, Sunset Park, born and raised. Yeah, and he lived 2 blocks away from me, and whenever Vinny couldn't make it, I would jump in, and because he had a fucking great Tama kit with cage system and the best.
I remember Saab's place. I you know,
candy store in the back there with all that horror stuff.
Yeah, bro, for sure.
Coaches everywhere. It was the best.
Saab's room was like a cave. You know, it was like
he was like an older brother to me, and I'm a better musician because of that motherfucker. To be honest, you know.
Fantastic.
Really, you know, he's I hold a strong place in my heart for him because he was like, hey, you know, check this out. You know, my first Sam Hain album I got because of Saab. You know, he was like, come to my house, we're gonna jam. It's like I can't. He was like, come to my house, I'll give you the first Sam Hain album. I was like, I'll be there.
This is a picture I took of Saab when we were on tour in Poland. It's a pretty ominous photo. This is a shot I took of him. You know, when this is in Poland.
Any photo of Saab that I get to see is a blessing to me, you know, because really, honestly, Drew, he was like a older brother to me. You know, like he took me under his wing. He was older than me. He was doing the scene thing, you know, years before I was. You know, like as a young man. But like, wow, look at that.
These are all my personal. These are my personal photos, man.
That's great, cool. Man. That's great. I mean, that dude was like my older brother, and I wouldn't be the musician I am if it wasn't for him. To be honest, like he really expanded my fucking world. And a lot of people trip, but they're like, "How do you know Saab? And how did that even exist?" You know. But yeah, that was my musical brother. Look at that.
That's Saab, SD, Sean Dixon, and me.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's on the Master Killer tour in Europe in I think 96 or 97. You know.
And what was Sean Dixon doing?
When we first went out. Listen, Marauder really, you know, I got them a deal, and they really took off.
Century Media, right?
Century Media, and we got a really big tour opening up for this band called the Boza Uncles, and Sean Dixon came along for the ride. He came out with, you know, just as you know how it is back then. You know, you got to bring one of your boys along. You know,
high school with that dude, so I know full well. Indeed, believe me.
Yo, this is fun. Let me see if I have any others. Let me see what I have.
Brother.
Oh, Here's another one of me. Yeah, this is a cool one. This is me, Saab, and the singer for Rikers. This is at the Dynamo Festival in '95.
Wow. That's thank you for this, Drew. This is awesome. You know, anytime somebody posts a picture to Saab's like memorial page, you know, like that I never seen before, it's like another, you know, like way to, you know, to love him, honor him, to see it, you know, because I grew up with the motherfucker, you know. He went to the elementary school as me. He grew up 2 blocks away from me. He was really my musical older brother and my older brother, you know.
Yeah.
Crazy, you know. It's crazy. I love the dude. I miss him dearly.
One last one, being just one last Saab one. As I got is all my own. These are all my personal photos.
Do it.
This is him, and this is the singer for Stuck Mojo. The singer for Stuck Mojo back in the day. So
yeah,
so there you go. But anyway, yeah, that was sort of going on.
I don't know. It was like 13, 14 years old. We're hanging out in my friend's basement playing music. He used to come hang out because one of our friends that used to play guitar he was 1 grade over me, you know, in elementary school, you know, and my friend that we used to hang out was in his class. He came hanging out and he opened up a fucking orange juice. It's a great story. I love the story. I told you the story, Spence.
Let's hear it.
Like Tropicana orange juices, you know, but it has pulp in it, right? So Saab takes a sip of it. He's like, this is bad. This is bad. And then we look at it. It's like, it's not bad. It's got pulp in it, bro. You know? And I'll never forget that story with Saab for the rest of my life. You know? There's so many stories to talk about with him. But that time when he was like, with the orange juice with the pulp, or the best, you know?
And, you know, it's listen, it's a long, hard road, and punk and hardcore. You know, sadly, there's been a couple of casualties along the way, and Saab was one of them, and Todd Youth was one of them, And we've lost a lot of people, but you know, we march on, you know, in their honor, and we keep doing our things. That's kind of what it's all about.
Craze family lost Puff a few years ago, a couple of years ago. He was the first one of ours to go. He was the first Craze bass player that we were playing shows together, and he was the best, man. You know, just full of joy and fun, and smoked pot maybe way too much. You know, and we miss him. You know, like Once you play shows with him, you know, you love him, right?
Yeah, listen, I got to tell you the story. Christine Cambria was when I managed Marauder, and we did a whole tour. You know, me and Christine were together, and she did the whole tour. And we always talk about this thing. You know, when you're out on tour, those first tours, you know, everybody's kind of roughing it, and it was some really cold, fucked up night somewhere, and we were sleeping wherever. And Saab said there was something like he's like, I don't need a blanket, I'll sleep on my arm. and we always bring that up, like when the going gets tough, it's like, yo,
it's tough, I'll sleep on my arm.
Yo, you think you're hard? Sleep on your arm. You know what I mean? And that was from Saab. I'll sleep on my arm. It's like, wow. Hard.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, Drew. Because
for sure.
Anytime people share with you know, memories with Saab, it means a lot to me, because you know I really do miss him dearly. Like, he really was like one of my older brothers. You know,
that's nice.
Me. And can I give you a story?
Sure.
Krays were playing Spiral Club with the Truants. I don't know if you remember the Spiral Club. It was on Houston. You know,
of course, the Spiral. That's where Paris Mayhew got stabbed. Of course, I remember. Yeah.
It's Avenue A, yep.
So anyway, you know, Saab knew me as a drummer, and you know, we did bands together. You know, we did he gave me all these death metal stuff. He's like, we're gonna do a band together, you know, and I'm like, oh, okay, you know. So when I came to learning how to play guitar and doing my own thing and singing and making the Craze, we played a show early on with the Truants in Spiral Club, and I didn't know he was in there at the time. He was walking around, and he showed up at the show. And afterwards, I got to hang. He was there, and he was like, "This is what you're doing now, Johnny." This is what you, because I was a drummer. I was always a drummer, you know. So he was like, "This is what you're doing now," and I was like, "Yeah, man. Did you like it?" He was like, "It was fucking great." And he's like, "You know what? This was his advice to me. He was like, if this is what you're gonna do now, you're not gonna be a drummer. This is what you're gonna do now. Then fucking kill it." Then, and it stayed with me forever, bro. That was like, you know, my older brother telling me, this is what you're doing now? And he loved old punk rock, Misfits, fucking Sam Hain, all that stuff. He got me into some of that shit.
Yeah.
He's like, kill it, son. And I was like, all right, yeah.
All right, I could do that.
Sure, why not?
Hey, Spencer, what is one last thing here? I don't know if this is one of your pals being funny. Where is it? Can Spencer tell the story of Kill Your Idols being the purest New York hardcore band? What is that? What is that?
Oh, great. Come on, man.
It's actually an all right story. Uneventful as it may be. I want to say it was actually on that Clip 45 tour. We were in Dallas, and with that tour, we were kind of co-headlining. So we would split who would headline what night, like, whether it be somebody was too hungover and they wanted to get the show out of the way, or whatever the case may be, you know, like the crowd's more your crowd, so let's have you headline. At this particular night, Murphy's Law was playing down the block we were playing at Red Blood Club in Dallas. Murphy's Law was playing at, I think, Trees, which is on Deep Elm in Dallas.
Oh, I remember that place.
And so I played for Murphy's Law for a little while. This was like just before that. So I was like, you know what? I told the Clip 45 guys, like, listen, you want to headline tonight? Because I got to go catch a show down the block. I want to go hang out with Jimmy and everybody. So we went down the street. I took a couple of people from that show after we got done playing to the show on Deep Elm. And we're hanging out, and so Jimmy pulls me on stage. You know, it's a Murphy's Law show. Murphy's Law is Murphy's Law in every city, every state, doesn't matter. So, like, there's weed getting passed around. You know, people are doing shots, whatever. somebody hands Jimmy a bottle of moonshine, straight moonshine. And, you know, so Jimmy's arm in arm and gives me a shot of that moonshine. No big deal, whatever. We start hanging out, and this guy that hands out the moonshine, he's still hanging out with the same bottle. He keeps giving it to me. I got alcohol poisoning.
Oh.
But I was still standing.
Drew, let me just cut in and say, Spencer back then was a joy to tour with. Such a gentleman.
Yeah, thank you, Johnny, for tolerating me for so many years. But nonetheless, I end up in the back seat of said person's car who probably brought this story up.
Yeah,
and Nick was on, and I'm just
shout out to Nick for bringing this story up to begin with. Thank you.
Go on.
So yeah, I mean, I'm sitting in the back seat of a car that he's borrowed, by the way, and it's, I think, a Lexus, maybe.
Yep.
And I was like, man, Kill Your Rattles, man, it's just so good. It's pure. It's pure hardcore.
And then what happened?
So good.
And then what happened?
I think I threw up some spaghetti in the back of that Lexus.
You all over the back of that fucking car.
You punk guys.
I might have
been throwing up, man. Unbelievable.
Drew, he puked all over that car. And you were like, what the fuck is going on? And Spencer was all over that bitch.
And it was all spaghetti?
You punk guys in the puking, boy. Whoa. You know?
Hey, I blame Jimmy Gestapo. Just I'm going on the record here, right now. Gestapo.
All right.
And he goes, wait, but this is the best part. Jimmy, I saw him like a couple weeks later when we got back from tour. I saw him at the local bar, and he goes, "You got sick that night." He goes, "You were pretty fucked up," but he goes, "You threw up all over that Lexus, huh?" He goes, "Did you actually take those shots of moonshine?" I go, "Yeah." Oh, what a mistake that was! He goes, "Don't keep up with me."
Hey, you guys want to say hi to Sid? What's up, Sid?
What's up, Sid?
Sid, what's up? Sid, you know what? I actually was listening to City Babies only a couple of days ago, to be honest. I shit you not.
Hey, Rappo, you out there?
I still have the Summer's Eve 7-inch. I still have it.
Oh, that's great. That's great, yeah.
Because I saw that you posted that one photo with Tamika from back in the day. Too.
You know what? I didn't play on that 7-inch. I joined the band right after.
No, I know. Julian from Public Nuisance did the recording on that record.
He played on half of it. He played on half of it, and they got somebody else to play the other side. But Julian definitely played on 2 of the songs.
Some real punk rock shit.
That's going back into the late 80s.
Mad punk rock shit.
That 7-inch came out in 93, I want to say.
All right, Sid, don't come on and take over the show, fucking
91, sir. That
slow your roll, Sid.
Well, I got to be ready in 10 minutes, so you know I'm not going to go yet.
Hey, listen.
That's impossible, Sid.
Yeah. Listen, you know,
you got me drunk one time too many at Grand Victory. You.
Just doing my job.
Hey, I want to thank you guys for coming on the show. That was a lot of fun, and we had a bunch of laughs, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, man.
I want to, you know what? I want to shout out.
Shout out time, Johnny.
Yeah, man.
I wanted to shout out my mom. You know, she might be watching. My brothers. You know, but also I want to shout out you, Drew, because this has been fucking fun, and it's been you keeping the community going, and it's been great. And everybody should support all what you're doing, because it's really been a lot of fun, and it's keeping us all together, man. You know, and you've been doing it in a high quality, you know, like a great way. You know, a lot of fun.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, Spencer.
Yeah, I mean, I want to shout out everybody that's missing outside the world, missing shows, missing live music. You know, we're all dealing with the same shit, but hang in there, and thank you for having us on. Definitely.
My pleasure. You guys are a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see you guys play again. Carlos, lay it on me.
Hey, listen, man. I would like to give a shout out to our other brothers, from Mother Mother, Chris and BJ, that couldn't be with us today. Also, our brothers at Bastard Clan, who we got a new release called The Aftermath that's online. You guys should check it out. Also, I would like to, Simon, give a shout out to Kenny. Yo, Kenny, Godspeed, brother. Quick recovery. And also, and to you, Drew, man, thank you so much, man. I mean, this is awesome. This is, this is a good way for us to stay in contact and continue, following what we love and what we love to do through this crazy time, man.
Community.
It's my honor and my pleasure. Thank you. I'll see you guys when I get back to New York, okay?
Absolutely, man.
Take care, Craze.
Yeah, take care.
All right, that was cool.
All right, Drew. Like I said, Drew, thank you specifically.
Yeah, stop talking. Here's your banner, bro. Listen, here's your banner. Hold on a second. All right, there's your banner, bro.
I wasn't going to ask for the banner. I just wanted to thank you. Jesus Christ.
Listen, don't thank me, bro. Enough already. Enough with the thank you, Drew Stone shit. I'm good. Thank you. There's your fucking banner. When's your show?
Well, guys, in about 7 minutes. So you see all the info down there. And if you don't want to do the MixLR thing, you want to talk shit with me on the Instagram, you can do that. Yada, yada, yada. I got to go and set my shit up. And once again, guys, thank you everybody for watching. Keep watching the show and supporting. That's all I can really say.
All right, Sid. We'll see you in a bit.
All right. Cheers.
Thank you. And hey, it's record of the week now. You're gonna do it on the weekend shows.
And every Sunday, I got to step up my game every week.
Man, you gotta step up your game.
What can I say? I mean, hey, everybody's watching. Everybody is watching.
Listen, look, now everybody's chiming in. Be nice, Drew. See, people think all the girls think I'm being mean to you.
Oh, Drew, come on, stop.
Listen, you shut the fuck up, you broads.
Oh, at least we're bringing broads and toots back. We're bringing it back.
All right, Sid. I'll see you in a bit. Okay.
Cheers, guys.
Hey, listen, I'm just being silly. I love Sid the Kid. He's a big part of the show, and he's part of what makes this show really great, And like I've said before, different people bring different things to the party, and that's what makes the whole. So, this show, a lot goes into the show. A lot of different people. Steven Messina makes all the flyers and does all the graphics for me. Hold on, let me get Sid's banner. Let me get Sid's banner off the screen. Let me put one of my banners up for Christ's sake. Here you go. How about a Drew Stone banner? No, I don't like that one. How about where's my here? How about Drew's PayPal? So yeah, different people bring different things to the party. Steve Messina, Hardcore Shutterbug, does all my graphics. They're awesome. He does photo of the day. He's a good friend and a solid supporter. Rap Bones does collectible of the day. Sid comes in with record of the week now. So it's all these different things that go into the show that makes it successful. Let me see a few more comments. Joanna, thanks for the show, Drew. Always a pleasure. Really miss everyone a whole lot. Absolutely. I like your picture, Joanna, of you and Sally. That's very nice. I know you guys are very close. So we'll see you soon, Joanna. Things will ramp back up again. John Biv Super Touch. Great show again. Thanks, Drew. Well, thank you. Giovanna Girl. Shout out to Gianna Marie, my daughter, who died and loved hardcore punk. Yo, definitely shouting out your daughter, Gianna Marie, Giovanna, and I'm really sorry to hear that. What's this? Gina B. Drew, you should interview Steve, Ratbone, and Sid on different shows. Actually, funny you should bring that up. We're going to be recording a Patreon-only show that's only viewed and available to my patrons. We're going to start doing a couple private shows with a couple people. Just for those that have thrown their hat in the ring and supported that show. So, hey, man, get on the fucking Patreon page, for Christ's sake. here's the banner again. Listen, there's a $2 tier. So, hop on the $2 tier and you can see all this never before seen stuff. Brian Whittemore, shout out to Tyler Guida. All right. Well, yeah. Yep. Little Lou Zaretsky. Great show, Drew. Well, thank you, Lou. Thank you, Lou. I appreciate it. Let me see what else. Tanya, what's happening? What's happening, Tanya? Insomnia. Missing the matinees. Can't wait until they're back. I know. We're all missing them. Absolutely. But, this won't last forever. Soon we will eradicate the zombies and we will be okay. Lucas from Poland. Thank you, Drew, for the show. It's very important to see normal people in that crazy time. Listen, Lucas, thank you for watching the show all the time. You're a real regular and all the way from Poland. So really appreciate that. Great show, Drew. Thank you, Adam. New York City, NYHC Majestic. Come on, people. This don't happen by itself. You think? You think? You think? You think? Man, I got news for you. When I get back up to New York and I get back in the command center, I'm gonna get on my equipment up there, and the production value of the show is gonna ramp up. I'm doing this in my dad's kitchen. All right, here. Well, I don't want to start pulling the thing around. I might pull something out, but I'm doing this. I'm in my dad's kitchen. That's how I'm doing it. Nicholas Wolf, thanks for the nostalgia all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. I've been from Phoenix, Arizona, all the way to the. You know who else is in Arizona? Our boy Todd Hamilton, from formerly of Warzone. So thanks for all the nostalgia all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. Yo, my mom lives in Scottsdale. Roger Moret lives in Scottsdale. Where's Jim? I just had Jim on the show. Maybe you want to pay attention. Jim was just on the show. It's kind of a slow day for Jim. Did you see? Wait, hold on. Before I know we're trying to wind it down here, but I think everyone will get a kick out of this. I posted this today. There you go. So everybody watch the show. Jim's got his own flyer now. So there. What else? Let me see. Rock on from Florida. Listen, bro, I'm in it to win it down here, in this over 55 gated community. The struggle is real. What else? Phoenix represent. Chris Hoffman, Phoenix represent. I know, right? Jim is looking sexy as fuck. I'm gonna make t-shirts. I'm gonna make t-shirts with Jim. Yes. Arnie merch and Jim merch. Yes. We got it. Listen, where's hold on. Stay calm. Where's the kind of psyched that Arnie Stone's coming on the show. Look, there's a little Arnie Stone thing up there. Canada loves you, man. Well, we love Canada. We love Canada. We love Canada too. So that said, be nice to Sid, Drew. Listen, I'm nice. I'm just a little, I can be mean sometimes, Big up from Germany. What's up, Dirk? How's Germany? How's the fatherland, brother? I love Germany, man. We had good times in Germany, man. Touring and, man, a lot of great cities in Germany. Nick Ferroni, first time, awesome show. Spencer put me on. We'll definitely watch in the future. Well, welcome to the party, Nick. What took you so long, brother? All the shows are archived. You might want to go back and see something. Maybe something tickles your fancy there, and you can go back and look at it. All the shows are on YouTube and they're archived. Next show before I head out the door here. Where the fuck am I going, right? Next show is Wednesday. This Wednesday is the international show How cool is that? The international show this Wednesday is with Laurent from France, representing Strong, Ori Frank from Eternal Struggle Israel, Chris from Rikers Germany, and Steen from Denmark. This is going to be cool. The international show. We're going to talk to people all over the world. It's worldwide. I'm worldwide, yo. I've been on many stages, held many mics, took airplane flights. So, you know, there you go. I'll be there. Yo, Central Scrutinizer. You know I'm a big Zappa fan. So, yeah, that's a good handle there. You know, Joe's Garage, 1, 2, and 3. I'm a big Zappa fan. So I'm feeling your handle. I think that's about it. Oh, the A7 shirts look great. One more time on the A7 shirts. They're going to be available probably in the next week or two. That's the A7 shirt. It's got a lot of great bands. On the back. It's a throwback shirt, so that's going to be available at some point. Listen, I know there's a lot going on with a lot of bands and a lot of people being like, yo, buy our merch, buy our shirts. Yo, hard times, man. Hard times make monkeys eat red peppers. And everybody's trying to get their hustle on. I really feel for a lot of the musicians out there that, the way that they survive is to tour and play shows and sell merch. So these are hard times. Hard times are coming your way. Fun. You're going to have to rise above them someday. Hard times. Seems I'm being forced into a mold. Hard times. Save me soon, I'm growing cold. Crowman. Breakdown. All right, being silly here. Let me wrap out everything. Hey, a little silliness on a Sunday afternoon. Once again, I want to thank everybody that supported the show. I'm blessed. I'm the most blessed motherfucker you know. I have a great show. What can I say other than thank you? And everybody that's been on the show, we're going to keep going with it. We're going to get back to New York. We might have to change the hours of the show. I'm not sure if once things open up a little bit, if it makes sense to do it at 3 p.m. I might end up doing like Wednesday night at 7 and Sunday afternoon, but we'll see. In the meantime, it's Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 3 o'clock. Got a lot of shows lined up, working on a bunch of other shows. So we're going to be at it for a while. So that said, we will see you on Wednesday with the international show. Do good things, and good things will come to you.